I had to talk about this when it came through because holy crap, this is funny. This is pure comedy. Dragon Age the Veilguard has dropped in price from, I believe it launched at $70, 69.99 USD, about a year ago, is now on sale at Best Buy for $4.99. Now, you tell me that this studio, BioWare, did not print too many copies of this game thinking that it was going to sell a whole lot more than it did. And they tried their best to wait it out. And then they're like, all right, time to just cut ties with the stock that we've been sitting on for a year and just clear house with it. Hopefully people buy it for $4.99. That's got to be more than what the cost of the disc and the clamshell and the packaging just to get it to the store. $4.99. Oh, classic. And this is, by the way, on top of it already going free on PlayStation Plus. This is from February 2025. PlayStation Plus monthly games from March. Dragon Age the Veilguard. This was like 5 months. It came out in October. It came out on Halloween. So really November. It's like 5 months removed, not even. And it went free on PlayStation Plus. And now just over a year later, it's $4.99. Remember, IGN gave this game a 9 out of 10 and claimed it was the game of the year, and they loved it so much. It was amazing. Well, currently on Steam, there's 363 people playing it. And that is down from their all-time max of just under 90,000 people, which for most games, you would look at 90,000 and you'd be like, that's a respectable number. Remember, Dragon Age the Veilguard was in development for about a decade. It went through 3 iterations, multiple studio heads, developers, voice actors, ran the whole gamut. It changed storyline. It had hundreds of millions of dollars poured into it, and 363 people currently playing it, in total all-time concurrent of about 90,000. Now look at this drop off. You wonder, by the way, how BioWare is going to be doing with this game being $4.99. And Demian, still too much. Larry Daniels, hold. Laughing. Jesus Christ, why is it only $5? It came out last fall. A resounding DEI success story. Should be free on Epic in about 2 days. That's a really good point. I'm surprised it has not gone free on Epic yet. Still won't play it, lol. Much like Suicide Squad, you can offer this one for free, and it still wouldn't be worth the download time or the disk drive, hard drive space. Give me 10 and I might take it. And I promise I won't throw it away the second I leave the store. Pay me 10 and we're talking. I mean, honestly, that's the other thing. This game, how much money went into marketing it for it to completely fall flat on his face and just putter out and die on the vine? Have you ever seen a fall like this within about a year of a game launch? To go from 90,000 people to 300 within about a year? It makes me wonder about BioWare in general, which brings me to r/Mass Effect discussion. The next Mass Effect is cooked, isn't it? I think the next Mass Effect may be BioWare's last game before being sold off or dissolved into the ether. Or the e-aether. I also think they're probably going to double down on live services, subscription models, and shared world features for this game. It's probably just going to be what Anthem 2.0 was supposed to be, only with Mass Effect skin. I'll stay tuned, but I'm not liking where this is going. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up inventing mass relays in real time, in real life before the next game comes out. This game, not looking so hot. This is from PC Gamer. everything we know about the next Mass Effect game so far. Mass Effect is now BioWare's main focus, with a smaller team following layoffs in 2025. And many people were speculating that BioWare Studio itself would be shut down. And when I reported back on December of 2024 or January of 2025, when I was talking about how I had somebody inside at BioWare contacting me directly, actually had multiple people that verified that they worked there with me. We're not happy with the direction of the studio, not happy with the decisions that were being made with the game, the storyline, the direction, all that kind of stuff. They were very frustrated. And one of the people that reached out to me had said that they are internally reviewing the teams and were planning on potentially having a massive layoff. And not 2 or 3 weeks after that, it all came true. Everyone was doubting me. They're like, oh, he's making that up. And then it all happened. And then everyone that was doubting me all went silent. That was really strange. Just memories of that whole situation. I actually covered that on this exclusive on smashjt.com. Insider tells all. BioWare's secret layoffs disaster behind the scenes. I'm not going to revisit this again, but suffice it to say that BioWare is a shell of what it once was. And this is before the parent company, EA, sold off to the Saudis. So now Saudi Arabia is the majority owner of EA proper and looking to, you would think, have games come out and also cut costs. So I would venture to guess that BioWare, no matter what happens with the next Mass Effect game, is going to shut down. I fully believe that to be the case. I think, actually, and I said this before too, I think that BioWare would have shut down in January, February of this year if they did not have the next Mass Effect on the docket to be created, with people already working full-time on it and having it too far to be like, let's cut our losses, cut everything and cancel it all. I think EA at the time looked at it like, we can salvage this. We lost a lot of money on Dragon Age, but we got Mass Effect here and we're already working on it. Maybe this can be the golden goose to get the money back, or at least come close to getting some money back. But I think after this, they're not going to start a new game. They're not going to start that. Like the telltale sign for that is they have a skeleton crew working on Mass Effect. And that's it. Now, most studios out there, you see, they have one game that they're working on and another game that they're kind of working on in the background. They have a skeleton crew working on that game, just so that when they complete the game that they are working on, the team that is working there on that game that just published can then shift their focus to the other game. As far as I can tell, BioWare has nothing else right now. Almost like Dead Man Walking. They just got to get this Mass Effect game out, and then they're probably all going to be cut. And I wonder what the environment is like there. If it's one where they understand and acknowledge that. I could be completely wrong, by the way, but just based off of what I know with what's going on with BioWare, that would be my expectation with it. And while BioWare announced that Mass Effect will continue in its 2020 teaser, it's going to be a while before that happens, even now that it's developers' main focus. Early in 2025, we got Electronic Arts' recent reassurance that it would deliver the next game and make the studio a more agile, focused studio that produces unforgettable RPGs after layoffs. Then, after EA's buyout, Mike Gamble confirmed in an N7-day post that Mass Effect 5 is not canceled and offered one micro shred of a plot tease with a hidden Krogan Easter egg. More on that below. There wasn't much concrete information on the next Mass Effect out there, even before all that. But from what we can tell, it doesn't seem to pick up right from where Andromeda left off, though we'll see more familiar elements from the original trilogy, since the teaser includes Liara and a buried N7 logo. So going into what we know about Mass Effect 5, BioWare is yet to give a release window. It's safe to say that they're still several years away. Although with Dragon Age: The Veilguard now out of the way, Gamble confirmed that in a 2025 and 7-day post that BioWare is heads down and focused exclusively on Mass Effect. And that was this post here on November 7th, 2025. I'm not going to read through this whole thing, but there you go. They're still working on it. They said, keep an eye on our social channels for more celebrations today, including some awesome new Mass Effect gear, free crossover items appearing in Skate and Apex Legends, and more. So what happens with studios like this, which is why I think they don't have anything coming up after this, is BioWare, my presumption will be it shuts down after this game comes out. With little fanfare, they'll probably do like a send-off ceremony and then say, BioWare is being integrated into EA proper. Positions are being filled in other divisions of EA. And we still plan to pursue properties with BioWare, but it's going to be changing the direction of it. And it's exciting because, oh my goodness, all these fun changes are happening. They're going to spin it PR it some way, but no, BioWare, again, I don't have great faith in them. And going back to this post here from Cheap Ass Gamer, $4.99 at Best Buy for a game that came out about just over 13 months ago. That's insane. That's unheard of. This is approaching Concord levels of failure. And say, well, it's not that bad because Concord was 400 million reportedly, plus Firewalk Studios shut down. That was another 400 million, approaching $1 billion for that. But still, this game, 10 years in development, tons and tons of money sunk into it. At the end of the day, just to pander to a DEI agenda, pushing ideologies on gamers, trans scars, non-binary characters, and a fantasy RPG. What the hell were they thinking? Who was in charge of this? I know Corinne Bush, but who was in charge of Corinne Bush? Who hired him? Who hires a dude that's confused about his gender and doesn't even know what the hell's below when he opens his pants up and looks down? Who is that? Whoever hired them, that's the person that cost this company hundreds of millions of dollars and destroyed a franchise. And they're the same people that are probably going to be the golden parachute making the millions of dollars when they leave too. Because that's the justice in the gaming world. But I don't know where it goes from here with BioWare, but I don't think it's going to be great. We'll see. But for now, I'll leave that one right there.